Today I am going to show you a yoga kettlebell combo workout. I am a yoga teacher, so obviously I love yoga, but I'm also a kettlebell enthusiast, and so marrying the two together gives the perfect workout. This is a 10-minute workout. Get your kettlebell ready, roll out your yoga mat, and let's go. Alright guys, so the kettlebell that I'm choosing to use here, and this is perfect for a yoga kettlebell combo because it's soft, and you'll see why in a moment, because it gives you stability. It teaches you balance as well. This is my kettlebell from PKB. Link underneath the video. I love these kettlebells. I've spoken about them in other videos. They are portable. You fill them with sand or water or potatoes or whatever you want to, and the genius thing is that you can choose your weight. So you get just the one shell, if you like, and then you'll fill it with as much sand as you want. You can make it 5 pound, 10 pound, 15 pound, whatever. So that is what I'm using for this workout today. All right, so let's get started. I've got my yoga mat. That's what I like about that kettlebell. I just drop it on the ground, and a regular kettlebell, I just want to show you this as an example. You kind of can't drop it on the ground, so you're kind of like, oh, and you hope that it doesn't hit, you hope that it doesn't hit this little madam that's walking by, okay? So seriously, this is what's good about this. This, even if this hit, well, no, we won't even go there, but even if I dropped on my toe, I'd be okay. All right, so let's get started. First thing in the morning, I'm going to stand. I'd love it if you'd all join with me right now. We're going to do inhale, exhale. This is how I warm up. It's the beginning of a sun salutation. Now, form with this, my friends. Unlike a lot of yoga classes where they're going to get you to turn this into a back bend, where you're going all the way back, I would recommend, as somebody who's been teaching yoga for 20 years, don't do that. I've seen so many neck and shoulder injuries. Let's keep our yoga really, really safe. So we're just going to inhale, look straight ahead, exhale, come down to prayer. Inhale, prayer. And this way we're just warming up the shoulders and the upper back. Now we're going to go a little bit further. Watch me. Inhale, we're going to come down to the kettlebell. Okay, we're holding on to that kettlebell because it gives you a little bit of safe height. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come up. You see, that's why I love this kettlebell, because for some of us, coming all the way down to the floor to get good safe form is harder. So it gives you that security, that little bit of height. Let's go up again and down to the kettlebell. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up. And we're going to just do one more of those, my friends, all the time. Draw the lower belly in towards the spine for safe form, tailbone down to the heels. Inhale, look straight ahead. Exhale, you're hinging from the hips. You can bend your knees here, my friends, if you need to. If your hamstrings are super tight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. And inhale, slowly come up. Okay, wonderful. We do a couple more of those if you want to, but we're going to move on to the next stage. So we're going to inhale, look straight ahead of you. We're going to exhale, we're going to lower down. Now we're going to inhale and step your right leg all the way behind you into a lunge. Now, look what I've got here. I have the kettlebell supporting underneath my right hand. It's to the inside of my left foot here. Again, it gives me that little bit of height. It's almost like using a yoga block, but I prefer it because it's more stable. And the thing about these portable kettlebells is that you kind of have to find your balance because it's filled with either water or sand. So it's perfect. So there I am. Now I'm going to stretch up into a little twist. Okay, and again, with yoga, don't crank your head to look up at your hand unless your neck and shoulders are very, very open. We have to do our yoga safely. Okay, so there we go. And if you feel really, really open here, you can just twist a little bit more. Now, form, very important. With me right now, look down at your knee and make sure your knee is tracking over your middle toe and that your knee is over your heel. That is really good form. And with this kettlebell here, it gives you the prop, if you like, just to investigate and make sure you've got beautiful form. Excellent. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to come down into plank pose. Okay, the kettlebell is between my hands, which is great, showing me really good form. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to downward facing dog, and we're going to walk our hands back to our feet, hands on the hips, and we're going to come up. Okay, now we're going to the other side. So we're going to inhale, look straight ahead, exhale, come down, and this time we're taking the left leg behind us, okay, and I have my kettlebell to the inside of my right foot, and it's exactly the same as the other side here. So hand down on the kettlebell, stretching up, and just again on that side, please remember your form. Knee is directly above the heel and pointing over your second toe. All right, so you'll just stay in that nice high lunge first, making sure the form is really correct, and then stretch up, but in that twist do not tweak your neck. And then we're going to come up and we're going to grab our kettlebell. Okay, so we've warmed up the hips, we've opened them in a lunge, we've warmed up our shoulders. Now we're ready for a little bit of a kettlebell swing. So you're going to stand with your feet a little wider than hip distance apart, pull your belly in. Now this is a basic Russian kettlebell swing. I have done another video that you can go and look at if you want, where I demo the correct form for that basic Russian kettlebell swing. So watch that if you need to learn that, and if not, let's just go for it. So now my feet are about as wide as my yoga mat, so that's a really good guide for me. I'm coming all the way down, although I'm trying to sit in a little chair or a tiny box behind me. So that takes all the weight into my heels. So I'm really already feeling it in my glutes now, which is the area that I really want to target. Okay, I'm swinging my hips forward, tightening my glutes, pulling my low belly in, and look straight ahead of you. That's the way to keep the form really good, your back safe, your neck really safe. Let's all the time go for safety. Whenever we do kettlebell, whenever we do yoga, breathe out, exhale as you swing up. I'm not counting, but I think I've done about 15 swings. So we're going to do 20, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, great. Heart rate up a little bit. Let's move on. So we're going to build on what we've just done. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, come all the way down. Inhale, lift the heart. Take the hands either side of the kettlebell. Come into downward facing dog, like so. And now we're going to take our knees to the floor, and you're going to come into a child's pose. Now, how we're going to do the child's pose is, again with this soft portable kettlebell, I have something to rest my forehead on, which is so great, because often we tweak our neck a little bit even in child's pose, okay? So I'm going to come down, I'm going to rest my forehead on the side of the kettlebell, like so, and I'm going to take 3 or 4 breaths. Let your shoulders, as you're in that child's pose, soften and release. And by the way, if you don't have a portable kettlebell, for any of this, I should have said this earlier, you can always use a small, firm cushion. All right, now, finally, because I wanted this just to be a really short workout, we are going to do a little bit of core workout. So, I got my kettlebell right here in my hands. This is safe, this is really easy. So, my heels are on the floor, my knees are glued together, my back is straight. Now I'm going to angle hinge from my hips until I come down and I start feeling my core having to grip. Now, if your core is very strong, you can come a little bit lower, but whatever happens, keep your back really straight. We don't want this to happen. Okay, back straight, core in. And then I'm simply going to take the kettlebell from side to side to side. Oh, and this way, my friends, I'm already really feeling it in my core, and more importantly, in my oblique muscles. And that is what is going to give you the definition in your waist. Each time I'm tapping the kettlebell down and tap, tap, tap. Now, can you see I'm not letting my knees swing to side because I want to keep my low back really, really safe. So your knees are the gauge. They must face forward like two headlights. Toes like two headlights. The only thing that's moving and twisting are my obliques and my kettlebell. Okay, let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, fantastic. Now, let's lie down. Okay, and we're going to take the kettlebell behind us, like so, holding it. That feels good. You're going to inhale and exhale slowly, upper back, mid back, lower back, and then bring that all the way down. Okay, now, final exercise. Are you ready, my friends? This is the final core shredder. So this is what I'm doing. Kettlebell between my feet, kettlebell down. Kettlebell. Whoa, this is such a great exercise for your core. You might have to lessen the weight on your bell to be able to do this one. Whoa, that is such a good exercise. And again, the kettlebell is too much. This, for a lot of you, will be completely sufficient with just a cushion. Okay, one more of those. Okay, whoa. Now, core is worked out, so I'm going to finish off by just doing a little bridge pose, interlacing my fingers underneath me. Inhale into my belly. Exhale. Finally, no yoga practice would be complete without a simple forward bend, but look at this. Taking the bell, placing it in between my feet, squeezing my feet together. It's kind of in place of a yoga brick. Inhale, look straight ahead of you. Exhale, just grab onto the brick in between your toes. Toes are flexed. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lengthen forward as you come forward, pressing your inner knees into the earth. One more breath. And then I finish every mini yoga practice sitting in Sukhasana, a simple seated pose. Bring my hands either together at my heart or on my knees, but it feels really centering to bring my hands together at my heart. And lifting my heart up towards the sky, bowing my chin down towards my heart. 3 deep cleansing breaths to finish. Oh my gosh, that feels amazing. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Check out my other yoga combo kettlebell workouts and have a fantastic day.